The military strength which Germany had been building up since 1933 was now to be directed at two specific countries, Austria and Czechoslovakia. The defendant Göring testified that he did not believe at that time that Hitler actually meant to attack Austria and Czechoslovakia, and that the purpose of the conference was only to put pressure on von Fritz to speed up the rearmament of the army. The defendant Raeder testified that neither he nor von Fritz nor von Blumberg believed that Hitler actually meant war, a conviction the defendant Raeder claims that he upheld to the 22nd of August 1939. The basis of this conviction was his hope that Hitler would obtain a political solution of Germany's problems. But all this means, when examined, is the belief that Germany's position would be so good and Germany's armed might so overwhelming that the territory desired could be obtained without fighting for it. It must be remembered, too, that Hitler's declared intention with regard to Austria was actually carried out within a little over 4 months from the date of the meeting, and within less than a year the first portion of Czechoslovakia was absorbed, and Bohemia and Moravia a few months later. If any doubts had existed in the minds of the hearers in November 1937, after March of 1939 there could no longer be any question that Hitler was in deadly earnest in his decision to resort to war. The tribunal is satisfied that Lieutenant Colonel Hochbach's account of the meeting is substantially correct, and that those present knew that Austria and Czechoslovakia would be annexed by Germany at the first possible opportunity. The President. The tribunal will now adjourn for 10 minutes. A recess was taken. The President. I will now ask Monsieur Dondieu de Fabre to continue reading the judgment. The invasion of Austria. Monsieur Dondieu de Fabre. The invasion of Austria was a premeditated, aggressive step in furthering the plan to wage aggressive wars against other countries. As a result, Germany's flank was protected, that of Czechoslovakia being greatly weakened. The first step had been taken in the seizure of Lebensraum. Many new divisions of trained fighting men had been acquired, with the seizure of foreign exchange reserves. The rearmament program had been greatly strengthened. On the 21st May 1935, Hitler announced in the Reichstag that Germany did not intend either to attack Austria or to interfere in her internal affairs. On the 1st May 1936, he publicly coupled Czechoslovakia with Austria in his avowal of peaceful intentions, and so late as the 11th July 1936, he recognized by treaty the full sovereignty of Austria. Austria was in fact seized by Germany in the month of March 1938. For a number of years before that date, the National Socialists in Germany had been cooperating with the National Socialists of Austria, and with the ultimate object of incorporating Austria and the German Reich. The putsch of July 25th, 1934, which resulted in the assassination of Chancellor Dollfuss, had the seizure of Austria as the object. But the putsch failed, and the consequence that the National Socialist Party was outlawed in Austria. On the 11th July 1936, an agreement was entered into between the two countries, Article 1 of which stated,